and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a gain
23 yards, the final tally.
And a Bengal first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
To Joe Mixon.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down at 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. 20! And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and goal at the 9.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
At 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
following the penalty. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a game.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
He finds Beckham, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Seven, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He's just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Mayfield on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 31, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Back to the ground. down. This time it's Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
DJ Reader brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
6-yard.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is Mixon on the draw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
10 at the 16-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
For Cincinnati.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 29, Mayfield, and he'll find Hall. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Mayfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
A give. This is Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night?
A gain of 2.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. First down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Man, that's trash.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
But it's 3rd down.
Now Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Melange. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, Jackson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Balaj. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mixon on the toss right. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow on a slant complete to Green. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with Mixon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Back at the 39.
To try again after the sack. Jackson trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Then he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
40-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
24-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
1st down. And
Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Kareem Hunt. Incomplete. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Browns are pouring it on. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Browns 37, Bengals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we